The FBI and local law enforcement are currently looking into some pretty nasty threats made against the Colorado Supreme Court justices. These are the guys who decided to boot former President Donald Trump off the 2024 primary ballot because they said he broke the 14th Amendment. FBI Public Affairs Officer Vicky Migoya told CNN on Monday that they're on top of the situation and working closely with local cops. She made it clear that they're not going to let anyone get away with threats or violence, especially if they're using extreme views to justify their actions, no matter what their reasons are. Just last week, the Colorado Supreme Court said that Trump broke a part of the 14th Amendment that says people who've been involved in an insurrection can't run for public office. This is according to The Messenger. The names of the 4 Democratic justices who agreed with this decision have been popping up in some pretty heated online posts. A nonpartisan research organization found this out and shared it with CNN. They said that even though there haven't been any specific threats against the justices, there's still a risk of violence or other illegal activities in response to the ruling. One post they found even said, "All rogue rats must hang," which seems to be aimed at the justices. Master Trooper Gary Cutler, a Colorado State Patrol spokesman, told CNN that any threats against judges would be dealt with by local law enforcement. CNN law enforcement analyst John Miller said on Monday that when you have someone like Donald Trump, a former president, making harsh personal attacks on prosecutors and judges and calling them names, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. It gets people in these chat rooms all riled up and they feel like they're being called to action. The tricky part for the authorities is figuring out who's just talking big and who might actually show up and do something. He mentioned the case where someone showed up at Nancy Pelosi's house in San Francisco, broke in, and assaulted her husband. This was someone who wasn't even on the radar and just came out of nowhere. So, these cases can be really tough to handle.